have a very short presentation, specifically because you may wonder, why is somebody from a municipal water department here today to talk to you about private wells? And because I am with water conservation, I'm just here to remind you for the residents of Hernando County about our watering restrictions and how we all play a part in it, not just those of us, whom we serve from Hernando County Utilities or those on the City of Brooksville municipal system. Those of us, which includes me, who has a private well at their home, we are under the same type of watering restrictions. And that's why I named this My Well, because it is, yes, it's your well, but it's our water. It's everybody's water. I am Lilly Browning. I do work for Hernando County Utilities, Florida Friendly Landscaping Program Coordinator. If you have any specific questions for me, my email is LillyB, LILLYB, at hernandocounty.us. And the program that I teach is Florida Friendly Landscaping. And the second principle of Florida Friendly Landscaping is watering efficiently. And that does apply to every citizen in our county, every citizen in our state. So I just wanted to remind you, if you are a resident of Hernando County, because a lot of people seem to be under the misinformed assumption that if they have a private well, the once a week watering restrictions do not apply to them. So what I tell people is really there's only one question you need to ask yourself to know if these watering restrictions apply to you. And that question is, do I live in Hernando County? If that answer is yes, and you have a home here in Hernando County that you are residing in, then these watering restrictions do apply to you. This is for the use of an in-ground automatic irrigation system. That is what these watering restrictions are referring to. And what it boils down to is 60% of the water that we provide people is used right on their lawns and their landscapes. So we don't have, just like ULIN doesn't have, a good baseline of water quality in wells, we don't really know how much, private well users are also putting out on their lawn. We can imagine it's probably about the same. So these watering restrictions right here apply to you, even if you have a private well. So if your address, mine ends in 1, if I did water, which I don't, my in-ground irrigation system isn't even functioning. But if I did water, my day would be Monday before 8 a.m. or tiny word with a big impact, or that's not and, after 6 p.m. Florida Friendly Landscaping would suggest as close to that 8 a.m. timeframe as possible for the overall health of your lawn. So you may say, why? I don't understand why. This is my well, it's my water. I should be able to do with it what I want. And I think Yelin pretty much, explained to us what the aquifer, the Floridan aquifer, is all about. And this is just a very simplified graphic here, but I just want to show you, say that Jim lives here and Jim has a well in the back of his yard. Do you see any kind of, barriers that say just the water under Jim's property belongs only to Jim? No, that is not how it works here. You did not purchase water rights, with your property. In Florida, the water belongs to everybody and nobody. That's the way it works. We all work together. So let's explain how this aquifer works. Here's a picture I took to try and, explain it to you. This is just a glass of water, and you see all these different straws in it. They represent maybe, a big municipal well, such as from a municipality like Hernando County, Utilities Department, and then all these other private wells. we all have our straws in the same glass. We're all drinking from the same source. So therefore, these watering restrictions not only help protect the amount of water we have in there, it helps protect how often each person is taking from that source, being the Florida Aquifer. If there weren't, watering restrictions that apply to everybody, then maybe 50,000 people would decide to pull at 5:00 p.m. on Monday, and that, would cause a problem. So we're trying to even those type of situations out. But another way to think about, because our aquifer, hopefully you do tap into, like she said, a deeper into the Florida Aquifer. But here in Central Florida, we do have that karst topography, often compared to Swiss cheese. Another way to think of it is to imagine a swimming pool filled with a huge, huge, huge sponge. And think of the different holes and things in the sponge. It's highly porous and permeable, with a garden hose constantly keeping that pool full. And that could be rain. It could also be springs, aquifer recharge areas. But if you put a big straw in the sponge, you could, if there's only one straw in there, you could drink out of it indefinitely, as long as you didn't drink faster than the garden hose refilled the pool. Let's think about all of the people moving to our state, all of the people moving to our county, all of the people already here. There's it's not one straw in that pool. So what we're trying to do is control how many people are taking out, so it's not being taken out faster than it's being replenished. And again, that's my short little talk there. I'm Lily Browning. Here is my email if you have any questions for me or for anyone in our water department, and I'll be glad to pass it on. Thank you very much.